Okay, once again, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Sunday, July 12th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines here on YouTube and also Sportscasters. So once again, thanks for joining us this morning. So we will begin. We'll switch. We'll go over to Sportscaster and I'll put in our chat links. If you want to come in video chat with us here this morning, you can. Go and set that up for you. Okay, if you want to video chat with us, you can video chat via the StreamYard link. You'll be automatically coming in. I'll set you up. You'll be in the studio, and I'll put you in. So once again, thanks for coming in. Let's go over some news headlines here on this Sunday morning. Switch this out, and we will begin with let's go over to ESPN. Let's go over the latest sports news on ESPN. They'll show on the screen. Okay, everything's on the screen. Okay, let's pull this up. Okay, this is from ESPN Plus. Rank the NFL top 10 offensive tackles for 2020. The league's the best of the league bodyguards. So that's the offensive tackles that's ranked in the top 10 and stuff like that. So, once again, that's from ESPN Plus. You can go to ESPN Plus. Let's pull this up. See if we can get this pulled up. I don't know why we're not pulling it up. Shit, hold on. Hold on, a little stiff this morning. Okay, I'm going to go over some more headlines. Okay, Chicago White Sox pitching coach concerned about Michael Peach, if I'm saying his name right. So that's the pitching coach is concerned. He is the Don Cooper is concerned about his right-hander. So hopefully he is okay. Hopefully he's not seriously injured, hurt, or something like that. So let me see if you're in here. Nobody yet. So let's see if we can. I'll see if you see me on Sportscaster. So I'm on now. I see my screen. So let's go over some more headlines here. Okay, let's pull this up. Okay, Kyle Korver decided to use Black Lives Matter on the back of the jersey, an easy one. This is from Mark J. Spears. You can follow him at ESPN. It's ESPN.com. Let's see who's in. Kyle LA1 119. So Kyle Korver will and all the players will have the Black Lives Matter on the jerseys. So once again, this is from ESPN. You go to ESPN.com. Okay, let's pull this up. Okay, Toronto and DC United class is off due to the coronavirus pandemic. So they did have some of their players tested positive. So that's an unfortunate situation. So they will not be on. They was going to play this morning, but wasn't going to happen. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com for more information. Okay, let's pull this up. Okay, Kamea Usman beat Jose George Masvidal in a unanimous decision last night in the UFC 251 matches. We're showing you some of the highlights right now. that's on the screen. So once again, he did win last night's match. So congratulations to Usman for his victory in the UFC 251. So once again, that's from ESPN. Let's go over to this one. Switch over. Okay, Patriots settle comparison grievances with Antonio Brown and Aaron Hernandez. So that is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. So this is Mike Reese. Let's play his video, see what he's talking about.
A $9 million signing bonus, but as part of the settlement,
50.
Brown will get just $5 from that. And with Hernandez in a long-running situation, the Patriots settle and get a 2.5. Tight to the salary cap for the better part of this offseason. Some might ask the question, well, what will they do with the salary cap space now? They need it for injuries during the season and any emergency in-season transactions that they might need to make.
Yes, I think they should. I think they should have that settlement for emergencies and stuff like that. So once again, this is from ESPN. You go to ESPN.com. Let's see what else we'll discuss. Okay, once again, the score between Arsenal and Tottenham Spurs. It is 1-1 at halftime, so 1-1 is your score. We are have Premier League action going on today. So we'll switch it over. Okay, let's give you the leaderboard on what's going on at the it's a charity open. Let's go and give you some leaderboard updates. We'll give you that. See if I can get the leaderboards up. I'm going to do that in 1 second. Okay, this is Workday Charity Open. This is at in Dublin, Ohio.
Tiger Woods makes it official.
Okay, let's give you the okay, Justin Thomas is 18 under par, so that's 18 under par for him. Also, Colin, let's see, Mokeeler, if I'm saying his name right, also 17 under par, and Victor Hobelin, 16. Trying to see, I don't know with his glasses. 16 on the par. Also, let's see. Put my glasses. Okay, Chase Seaford, 15 on the par. Gary Woodland is 12, and Patrick Canley, 11 on the par, and Bill Herschel, 11, and Justin Day, 11, and the three Americans, Hoffman, Hensley, Ryder, and the four Americans, and Steeman, 11 under par, tied for 6. So that's the updates from Workday Charity Open. That's in Dublin, Ohio. Once again, this is from ESPN. Okay, let's see what else we'll discuss. Looks like we are going to go over some more information. Okay, let's go over some global soccer action going on right now. Let's give you some score updates on that going on right now. We're waiting on the scores to load. Okay, today's action, we will have tonight's game between Sporting Kansas City and Minnesota United. We will have that game for you here on Sportscaster at 7 p.m. The 9:30 game will feature Real Salt Lake versus Colorado, and Toronto and DC United was postponed due to coronavirus concerns. Let's see who's in here. I'm looking at the screens. Okay, in the English Premier League, final scores: Wolverhampton wins 3-0. Aston Villa wins 2-0, and the next game that'll be at 1 p.m. That'll be Bournemouth versus Leicester City. Let's go over to the Spanish Premier League scores. Okay, once scores right now updated. It's Athletic B Bilbao up to nothing, and Elbar leading wins 2-0 as well, and Valencia will take on Leganes. That'll be at 12:30 Central Time, and also Sevilla FC taking on Mallorca. Mallorca that will be at 3 o'clock. Now, the Italian League going on. Once again, we're watching that game right now. It is between Genoa and SPAL. 51st minute, 1-0. Genoa leading. Also, your games for today. Also, in the Europe League Championship, Stoke City wins over Birmingham City 2-0. Leeds United wins 1-0. That's Leeds. Also, Russian League action going on right now. That's in Russia. Also, in Turkish action, one game going on, and it's a halftime. And Swiss League action going on. That's in Switzerland. So Chinese, once again, they're postponed. We don't know when their season will resume. So looks like we got a whistle. Thanks for that whistle. Appreciate it. Okay, let's go over some UFC results from last night. We'll give you some UFC full results from last night. I'm going to go ahead and do that for you here in Sportscast. So let me get that updated. See if I can get onto my screen. I'm going to get my UFC full update. Okay, last night, Usman and Masvidal Usman won his match. So that was last night's match. Also, finals, Alexander versus Scott did won his match. So that his match is so he won his match yesterday, and Peter Yang wins over Jose Adu. Also, Rose Nama Jama, if I'm saying his name right, wins his match. Also, Amanda Ribas, that's RIBAS, wins her match by submission. Also, in the prelims, let's see, Gerald, if I'm saying his name right, wins his match. Muslim wins his match. Also, let's see, Mark Wynn. That's a tricky name. He wins his match. Also, Leonardo Santos wins his match. Markin Tyler Berner wins his match. I'm trying to scroll these matches down. So Ross Lawson wins his match. KO Rosa wins her match. So her match is she did win. Also Davey Grant wins his match last night by a punch. That was a TKO and knockout. So one. So that's wins right there. So once again, UFC update. We'll move along here. Okay, let's go ahead and play what he said. What
you can't leave it. You can't
Dana
leave
White.
it to these guys. We got some bad judging. And I don't know. Has Max been in here yet? I'm sure he's devastated. And, yeah.
So normally when a guy is 2-0 against a champ, we don't get to see a third fight. But seeing as how you maybe think it went the other way, do you think?
I don't know. Did anybody in here score it for Volkanovski? Anybody have for Volkanovski? Nobody in the media. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
Dana White, I'll be honest with you, Dana White needs to fix that. He needs to fix that. Instead of whining and moaning about the judges, he needs to come up with a solution. I mean, that's the problem with these people. When they come up, they whine and moan and bitch and grind and all that stuff. But the truth of the matter is, look, if you think the judging was absolutely skewed, please come up with a solution. So once again, this is from ESPN.com. You go to ESPN.com. Let's see who's in this in today's show. I'm looking at you. Okay. Pets Rue Jam, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you coming in. Okay, let's go over to this story. Okay. Tragedy and chaos. Inside one coach's extraordinary quest to save his season. So that's one of the coaches. This is Andrew Lopez's article. So please the dust covered wooden floor inside Christian City Christian school. That's one of the so I'm reading that article, so I'm looking at it right now. It's 9 miles west of downtown New Orleans. So that's Sean Dumas. Talking about Sean Dumas. I look at it this way. I think here in the city, with Crescent City, look, they're going to be fine. They're absolutely going to be fine. But once again, the coronavirus pandemic has absolutely stricken their season. I mean, they could have went to the championship this year, but unfortunately, this coronavirus absolutely stricken their efficiency to go. So once again, I say kudos to Coach Dumas. So once again, this is from ESPN. So we'll go over some more headlines here. So let's go over to NOLA.com headlines. So let's pull this up and I'll switch this over to NOLA.com. Okay, this came out yesterday on the 11th. As for high school sports, landmark decision gets closer. Choices are not getting easier. So that's what they're talking about here. See who's in here. It's like, came out a couple of days ago. Came out on Thursday. So Randy Fanbro put out this Robin Fanbro, Robin. So I don't want to. So Robin Fanbro put out this article, pretty good article about LHSAA sports. So I think, to be honest with you, once again, this is from NOLA.com. Go to NOLA.com. Okay, let's put this up on the screen. Okay, SEC Commissioner SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey levels concern about college football high to very high. So the concerns going into the 2020 season most likely will be up in arms right now. So I'll be honest with you. I hope they do get college football going this year. Let me turn this off. In a radio interview on Saturday morning, his concerns about is absolutely high. So with the Big Ten and Pac-12 cutting out non-conference schedules, so it's going to be absolutely a barn burner. Hopefully, something will come down the pipeline, and they can. But if they have to go through those, once again, if they have to go through those conference only schedules, my solution is this: let's put the teams like Cincinnati, like Alabama. You can put Tennessee in the second week of the season, or you can reverse it. So there is solutions out there for this. So I hope it doesn't have to come down to that, but that's most likely going to happen. Once again, this is from The Advocate, and go to theadvocate.com. Also, let's pull this up. Okay, no fans inside NBA bubble. So that's probably going to be the concern right there with the Pelicans players and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is, if you can put those fans on the video board and stuff like that, from Twitter and all that, there's ways you can do for that. So I think they'll be just fine without the fans. So once again, this is from NOAA.com. Go to NOAA.com. Let's see if we can find some more stuff to talk about here. Looks like, go ahead, pull this up. Okay, it came out yesterday, so it's yesterday's articles. How they built it: Saints possess inalienable depth on every offensive position. So yes, I think, to be honest with you right now, I think the New Orleans Saints will be fine this year. I think they will be fine on the offensive side of the football. Now, the defensive side of the football might be a little bit of a concern, but the truth of the matter is that could be a workable situation to have. So I think right now, with the Saints' offensive position being good, I think, to be honest with you, the Saints will most likely can make this is your running backs and fullbacks. Dead cap is none. You have Alvin Kamara, Batavius Murray, Dwayne Washington, Ty Montgomery. You got Tony Jones, Mike Burton, and Ricky Ortiz. So I think they're going to be fine. I think the running backs and the fullbacks are going to be fine. Positions are going to be fine. Now the wide receivers. We have 13 wide receivers. We'll be using them as necessary. We have Michael Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, Deontay Harris, Traquan Smith. I'm trying to say his name. Traquan Smith, Austin Carr, Emmanuel Butler, Little John Humphreys, Maurice Hampton, Maurice Harris. Excuse me. Tommy Lewis, Twanquell Mizell, Kayshawn Hogan, Marquez Callaway, and Juan Johnson. So that's going to be your wide receivers. I think they're going to use Sanders, Smith, and Harris, and also Carr, and also so the other guys, I think they're going to be utilized on the special team side. So now that's for the wide receivers. Let's go over the tight end breakdowns. Tight ends, Jared Cook, Josh Hill. I think they're going to use Josh Hill because Josh Hill can make some catches as we go. Adam Troutman, also Garrett Griffin, Cole Wick, Jason Bander, and so those tight ends. I think Jared Cook's going to be utilized, and Josh Hill, and also Troutman. So that would be my three for the Saints tight end core. So let's go back up to the quarterback position. You got Drew Brees, Taysom Hill, and Tommy Stevenson. But I think they're going to utilize Taysom Hill even more in the quarterback position because he could do literally everything. So I think they're going to be using him in the RPO, Taysom Hill. As for Jameis Winston, he will most likely sit on the bench. I think if something would happen to Drew Brees, and hopefully it doesn't happen to Drew Brees, those quarterbacks will be there and ready for whatever comes their way. So I'll be honest with you, Tommy Stevenson probably will be going to the practice squad if necessary. So that's my opinion. What's your opinion? Post your comments there. The sportscaster and also YouTube areas. So once again, this is from Dola.com. Let's go ahead and see what else we'll discuss here on okay. Jeremy Hill improves to 12-0, unanimous decision victory. That was at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum yesterday. So that's the fight. He was a New Orleans native and also John McDonough graduate. He did defeat Xavier Wilson. It was in an 8-round super featherweight match at the Coast Coliseum in Biloxi. So once again, that was he did improve to 12-0. So congratulations to Jeremy Hill on his victory. So once again, this is from Rob Walker. You can reach him at The Advocate /Times-Picayune. Okay, let's see what else we'll discuss. And I just looks like I did discuss mostly everything on these articles. So I'm going to switch over to another article, news article here. So we're going to go to sporting news. Let me get this switched over, and I'll okay. Let's go over to this. Okay, NBA players tweeted free Rojo after ESPN ESPN suspended Adrian Wojnarowski. So I hope they do let him go because what he did was not something bad or awful or whatever. Veteran reporter Adrian Wojnarowski has been suspended without pay, according to the New York Post. ESPN has not publicly confirmed the suspension and also declined to comment on the post. Adrian Wojnarowski suspended on putting FU email to Senator Josh Hawley. It sent criticism of the NBA allowing. Look, here's the situation. This senator should mind his own damn business and stay out of the NBA affairs. What if they want to put those Black Lives Matter on their uniform? So be it. That's my opinion. These senators, these Republican people, I'm not going to get into politics. I never will. I mean, this senator was absolutely wrong. And what Adrian Wojnarowski did was not, he was trying to point out something to him. I mean, I mean, when you get these politicians involved, it seems like they're going to put their own 2 cents in there. It's a bunch of bull crap, to be honest with you. So he argued they should have an additional message, sent a message starting with Hong Kong and supporting law enforcement. So look, if they want to sport those things on their jerseys, that's their prerogative. But what this senator should do is mind his own damn business and stay out of sports. Because every time when you have these senators or president or whatever coming in there and chiming in, criticizing these NBA players, they're just creating a whole bunch of problems we don't need right now. So this is what they talked about. So Adrian Wojnarowski apologized for his actions, but the truth of the matter is he should have never apologized. He did what he did. So I'm not gonna go against Adrian Wojnarowski for this. So that's my opinion on that. I know it's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings, but that's the way I feel about it. I say it like it is. So like I said, he should have never apologized. Now the NBA players, I think the NBA players should get Adrian Wojnarowski back on the. This is all the tweets from all the NBA players. So that's Lou Williams saying free Wojo. This is another one. Till it's backwards. Paul Beverly. It's Paul Beverly's chiming in. Anthony Tolliver chiming in. Isaiah Thomas is chiming in as well. Free Wojo. That's Jamal Murray. It's another guy that's also Spencer Denwaddle also chimed in, free Wojo, and also Enos Canner. He's also chiming in as well. Has a YouTube Twitter picture, and also till it's backwards. It's Bam Bam Aballo. Also Miles Turner. That's another guy that's chiming in about Adrian Wojnarowski. So I think, to be honest with you, all these NBA players absolutely support Wojo, and I do too. So please, once again, this is from Sporting News. You can go to sportingnews.com. See what else we'll discuss. Okay, we talked about UFC 251, and I'm going to pull up, see what else I'm going to pull up here. Okay, we just talked about some of the articles. So once again, this is from Sporting News. You go to sportingnews.com. I'll switch it out. See what else we'll discuss. Okay, let's see what else we'll talk about. Okay, let's go to some local headlines, Fox 8 News. Okay, let's go to Fox 8 News. Fox 8 News website. We'll go over to that local first. Let's go over to this one. Okay, Joe Burrow gets a road in Baton Rouge named after him, so that's so it's going to be it's just off of Highland Road. That's just south of the LSU campus. So his name will be on one of those roads. So so that is I think that's good in a way for Joe Burrow. So once again, this is from Scotty Hunter. Follow him at WAFB Sports. Okay, let's go over to rank this Saints, Alvin Kamara. I think he should be in the top 5 at least. Alvin Kamara, because what he does on the football field. So I think it's pretty good rankings for Alvin Kamara. Once again, this is from Sean Fazan. Follow him at Fox 8 News. That's Fox 8 News. Okay, let's go over some videos. Holy Cross Jade Hardy stays home to attend Tulane. So let's go ahead and play that. And also we'll play Buddy Taylor takes over at John Curtis High School. So we'll play those 2 videos for you. Also, in a few minutes, let's go ahead and go over to some press conferences. We'll go get back to those videos. So we got New Orleans Pelicans press conference. Let's go there now. We are going live. Alvin Gentry is live, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So let me go ahead and switch this over. So
we thought we were trending in the right direction there from the standpoint of what we're doing offensively and defensively, as well as just winning games. And so rather than make this a new venture altogether from the standpoint of, okay, now, you know, we're going to start from scratch. I think what we needed to do is start from where we left off. And that was, you know, our defense was trending in the right direction. Offensively, I thought we were playing really good basketball. I thought Lonzo Ball was probably playing as well as any guard in the league during that stage. And then obviously Zion was feeling much more, you know, he was getting much more acclimated to what we were trying to do and playing at a real high level. I think he and B.I. was learning how to exist out on the floor together. You know, Drew was playing really good basketball. So what we wanted to do is not come back and say, okay, let's start all over. Basically what the message we were trying to deliver is like, let's start where we left off, because we were doing exactly what we wanted to be doing, and that was playing our best basketball as the season was winding down.
Hey, Coach, this is Jim.
Hey, Jimmy.
When you look back at, obviously we're going to be talking later today to 2 guys that have been key this season off the bench. When you look back at the turnaround that happened in season, how important do you think the bench was to that, and how key do you think it's going to be just under these circumstances that have the depth that you guys have?
Well, our bench has been key all along. You know, it doesn't matter who we played off there. At some stage, our bench has been really a deciding factor in some games, or had the ability to get us in games where we had rough starts or slow starts. So we depend on our bench because we do have good depth there. And when guys have gotten hurt, our bench has been able to step in a guy as a starter and do a good job for that particular game, or a few games if we needed them. So you have to have depth, I think. I think depth's going to hurt the team. I mean, going to really help the teams down here that have good depth because it is something that is brand new to really all the players. And this time of year and playing at this time of year is not something that they're really kind of accustomed to. So it'll be an adjustment, and I think the teams that have deep benches will benefit from that.
Coach, one of the things you said yesterday that you liked about this team is that everybody seems to understand their role. As the season went on, what role did you feel like Josh Tarrant kind of settled into for this team?
Well, really kind of like a utility infielder, really, our utility player altogether, really. He could play, 2, 3, 4, for us. He did a good job of coming in and giving us that energy. He's a really, really good rebounder at his position. So I just felt like we could put him in most situations, and he's able to guard up. And by that, I mean, we can put him on 6'9", 6'10" guys, and he does a good job of fighting and battling there. So I think he settled into that role, and I think it was a role that was very beneficial to our team because of his versatility.
So, Coach, this is Will from The Athletic. One of the last times we talked to Drew, he mentioned the difference between regular season basketball and playoff basketball. How would you describe just how much the game changes once you get to the postseason, and how important is it just to get this young team into games that really matter and where the intensity is going to go up?
Well, first of all, playoff basketball is just it's an entirely different thing, really, from an intensity standpoint, from a physicality standpoint. It's always been that way. So you have to get you guys, accustomed to playing really at a different level from a physicality standpoint. And it's just the intensity of the game in general, just the stress factor in the games and how much pressure you're under on every single game, because one game could be the difference in the series. It's just it's a normal. It's like a different kind of basketball, but it's exciting, and I think guys like it. And usually, when you get into a playoff situation, you're playing on adrenaline a lot, also, so the energy is always there.
That's it. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys.
Okay, once again, Albert Gentry coming in. We just put him in. So once again, he addressed the media. So thanks for tuning in to Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We'll go over some more headlines here. Let me get this switched over. We'll go over to what we were talking about. I'm going to get this up on the screen. Okay, we're going to put our focus on high school football. Holy Cross running back Jaden Hardy will stay put in 10 Tulane, and also Buddy Taylor will take over as quarterback at John Curtis. So we'll begin those two videos. So we'll go ahead and set that up for you.
Running back Jaden Handy can do it all for Holy Cross. Run the rock, line up in the slot, or pass protect. His versatility carries a lot of weight with his teammates and coaches.
It's just comfortable. I mean, no worries. It's nice having him by my side, knowing that you can run the ball if you need him to, and he'll run it good, or he can stay in and help you block and make sure you get that pass off.
I think he's a bruiser. I mean, nowadays you get a lot of guys that are just quick. He's quick, he's fast, and he doesn't mind putting his nose in the hole and getting those tough yards. And with our offense, we're going to be a lot of run and pass. We're going to be as multiple as we can. And when I need that yard, I know I can hand it off to him, and he's going to give me those yards we need.
After graduating from Holy Cross, Handy will further his career right here in New Orleans. He's committed to play for the Tulane Green Wave.
When I decided to commit, family, I have prior cousins. They went to Tulane. They was just telling me it's a great school. And he was just giving me advice and, how to excel there. And I was just like, yeah, it's like a wave. I wanted to go.
Tulane and Holy Cross both have a clear vision of why Handy is such a talent. He can do it all.
They like that I can do everything. I can play slot if you want me to, and I can play running back. They recruited me as a slot, but they know I could do both.
Covering prep football, Garland Gillen, Fox 8.
I think this young man will be an epitome of our offense. absolutely an epitome because he is committed to Tulane. So I think, to be honest with you, I think we're going to see another running back that will make waves with this football team this next year and the year after next. So once again, that's from Fox 8 Local First. We'll go ahead and go over the next video. We'll go over that next video for you. So let me get that next video set up, and that's going to be John Curtis.
After 4 years of running the Curtis offense, quarterback Colin Guggenheim has moved on to play at Army. Now, Buddy Taylor is QB1 for the Patriots.
Colin Guggenheim taught me to be a better leader. He showed me the offense through his footsteps. You know, the coaches, they did great helping me, but it's different.
Okay, we'll have once again in a few minutes we'll have more Pelicans
Taylor enrolled at
interviews
Curtis
and stuff
in the
like
7th
that.
grade, so the junior understands the Patriots' intricate offense.
Obviously, he's come up in the program. He's an excellent athlete and didn't get playing time last year. So we're very confident about him. He's a smart young man, and he's a committed kid. He doesn't mind putting in the extra work, the extra time in the film room. He doesn't mind working with the coaches off the field a little bit to get the mental aspect of the game, make sure he's on top of that. So we're really confident in him and think he'll do a great job.
The Patriots don't kick off the regular season for another 2 months, but when the time does come, Taylor is ready to roll.
You always gonna have nerves going into the first game, but with my coaches and my players, I know they got my back to everything.
Taylor also excels on the basketball court. He's the point guard for the Patriots. In River Ridge, Garland Gillen, Fox 8.
I think he's going to be a good. I think he's going to be a good aspect for the John Curtis offense. So we're going to see him in the fall. So once again, this is from Fox 8 Local First. We'll also have New Orleans Pelicans player interviews. So we'll have that in just a second. So we'll have more waves of them, and just somebody go ahead and see if they have more players coming up. So let's switch this. Let's see if we have another. Okay, JJ Redick is on live, so we're going to go ahead and go join them live. So let me go ahead and switch this over. So waiting on the stream to come up. Give me 1 second. I don't know why it's not coming in. Sorry about that. Waiting on the stream to come up. There it is.
Athletic. We've been able to see some of the highlights of Zion in practice. I wonder just what have you seen from him and just the way he's kind of moving out there and how he's looked coming back from the quarantine?
I think he's moving great. The video that went viral yesterday was pretty accurate in terms of the way that he played yesterday in those scrimmages. We didn't scrimmage today, but again, it was a lot of half-court defense today, and he looked good again. I think for him and for all of us, we're all just trying to find that game shape. Jamal Murray earlier today or yesterday said if anybody's in game shape, they're either lying or they were doing things they weren't supposed to be doing during quarantine. So we're all trying to find that rhythm and that shape. But Zion looks great.
Thanks, JJ.
All right, thanks. Good. All right, thanks, guys.
Okay, once again, JJ Redick talking about Zion Williamson. So we're waiting for another person to come up during this live press conference. So we are going to cover him on Sportscast and also YouTube. So we're waiting on more players to come in. There's one of them. We got one of them.
Coach mentioned that he compared you to an infielder or utility infielder in baseball. I know you're into other sports like soccer and football. I don't know how much you're into baseball, but how would you compare your game maybe
Hold on. Look like it's
Yeah, man.
look like they losing a connection. So
If need to, can play shortstop. Third baseman get hurt, I can play there. So I think that's kind of an accurate statement. That's probably not the one I would have used, but it's definitely an accurate statement. But I just try to help the team win, do whatever I can do. Play different positions, rebound, defend, score, just whatever team needs me to do at that point in time. I just want to do it and win.
Hey, Josh, the first 30 games of the season or so, it seemed like there were so many changes to the lineup and the rotation, and it was really completely out of everyone's control because it was based on people being injured and people, different things that were, out of the control. How important, one thing that Coach Gentry talked about today was that the roles became very defined in the last 30 games.
Jim, thanks for all your help today.
How important do you think that was in terms of the success that the bench had and how effective you guys were?
It makes it a little bit easier. Obviously, if you're Drew, Bi, JJ, Zion, D-Fave, Zoe, you're going to start, kind of more so for the most part what your role is going to be. For the bench, it was back and forth. K-Rich started some games. I started some games. Melly started some games. Frank was in and out of the lineup. Josh, same thing. Keel, you can go down the list. So Jackson, so the last 30 games were been healthy for the most part, and we're able to just go out there and just know exactly what we got to do on a nightly basis. Takes the pressure off, takes the stress of not knowing. Sometimes just the stress of not knowing if you're going to play or not play can kind of mess you up mentally. So being able to have that confidence of knowing your role and knowing how much time you're going to get and where to make your impact, it makes it so much easier.
Josh, Christian Clark with Ball.com here. Coach has said that he's tried to avoid using the words training camp. We're not having another training camp. We're picking up where we left off. Does the stuff you guys done the past 3 days, does it feel familiar or does it feel like this is something new because there's been so much time off?
It definitely didn't feel new. There's definitely a couple of plays that I forgot that we went over, and I kind of remembered it on the, right after. But we really kind of picking it where we left off. Everyone knows our roles. We were healthy for the first time, really the whole season. So we're really just trying to, like you said, just kind of pick up where we left off. I mean, we don't want to start, where we did at the beginning of the season and start 6-22. But we're just trying to keep going, keep rolling. We were on a roll right before the season went into hiatus, and we want to just keep moving where we were then.
Josh, it's Andrew from ESPN. 2 questions. One, first, how excited are you to watch JJ shotgun that beer on the golf course? And then second, we've seen your setup in your hotel room. Are you getting anything else delivered? Did you get the Wi-Fi situation figured out? How's that been for you?
Well, one, JJ, the beer thing, I'm very excited to see that. So when he's doing that, I'll have a cool white burgundy off to the side, and I'll probably be recording it, honestly. So that's fun. I can't wait for that. And then I've had so much stuff delivered so far. I had to, obviously you saw the gaming setup. Even before I got here, I had a wine, like a smaller wine fridge delivered here. So I got I think a 14 or 15 bottle wine fridge in my room. So I'm getting wine brought in or buying wine. I'm getting packages every single day. Our equipment guy Jackson probably hates me right now, honestly. So, I'm just trying to make it as comfortable as I can and as close to home as I can. I don't really do much besides game, drink wine, and hang out with the family and the dog. So, I don't got the family and the dog, but I got the wine and the gaming. So I guess it works out.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
Josh, a lot of people, not just you guys as a team, but around the league have talked about how important depth is going to be, that it might be even more important under the circumstances than it would be during the normal regular season. How much of an advantage do you think that could be for you guys as far as we talked about earlier, just how well certain guys were playing in the specific roles that they had?
This would be really important. And I mentioned all those guys. I forgot Etwan Moore, who's been in the league for 9 years, and so we got we got guys who started 70, 80 plus games in 1 to 2, 3 years. So that depth is definitely going to help. That experience is going to help. And for us, we like to get up and down, and sometimes it's like a platoon system. We'll sub 3 or 4 guys in at one time, and we're just fresh, and we just keep going right back and keeping that pace up. And when you got that experience, from number 1 to number 15, on the bench. So when you have experience like that, and you have the unselfishness and the willingness to do whatever it takes to win, and make sure the next person is successful. That's how you win, have a winning culture, and that's what we have here, and that's what we're continuing to build on. So it's definitely going to come, in handy for these 8 games, and then when we make the playoffs.
All right, thanks, J. Hart.
Cool. Yep, appreciate it. Have a good one.
Okay, once again, Pelicans players, J.J. Redick and Josh Hart. I'll be honest with you, I think he does have a pretty good setup with his wine collection and stuff like that. So once he gets his stuff, so once again, that's from the New Orleans Pelicans. So we did have our live press conferences. We will have them every single time we do these shows. So once again, we are live. So let's see if they got any more things in. We'll kind of. So that's it. So we are gonna break for a little while. So let me go ahead and switch this out. Okay. Once again, thanks for joining us here on Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show. We appreciate you coming in. We'll be back later with MLS soccer. That'll begin at 7 p.m. That'll be on Sportscaster only, not StreamYard. So you can come in and join us. I'll send the links out. You want to video chat with us, please serve the 5 co-hosts at a time. That's going to be on Sportscasters. So we'll have that later for you. Once again, like, share, and follow Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Kerry Wehmeyer. Also, you can follow me, let's see, on my YouTube channel. This YouTube video will be posted. You can watch the replay as anytime you like. That'll be on the YouTube channel. Also, you can follow me on the official flagship of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show. That is sportscaster.com/KLW. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Sports Talk 2505. Okay. Also, if you have an email, a concern, or whatever, email me anytime. Kerry.wehmeyer@yahoo.com. That's the way you can get me. Also, let's see if we can get the official. See if I can find that. Find my I can't find it. I think I look for it. I don't know if I have it in my screen. So everything's on there. So once again, also you can follow me on my Tumblr page. That is let me put that in for you. Is KLW7825. You can follow me there as well. That's the official blog and also webpage of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Sunday afternoon, and we'll be back later for MLS Sunday night. We'll have the 7 o'clock game. We will not have the 9:30 game. So we'll only have the 7 o'clock only game. So you can join us as well. So once again, have a good rest of your Sunday, and please stay safe out there. It's very hot out there. We have a heat advisory in effect. So